How's it going, gamers? It's Chongo here, and today I've got a gameplay commentary for you guys. The gameplay is of Dead Rising 2 off the record on the PC, and today's commentary topic is about the recent news that Dead Rising 3 is coming to PC. Now, before I get full on into the commentary, I just wanted to say that I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. My friends are going to be playing a game Ship. I won't be the one actually live streaming because my internet isn't that good, but I've got a friend who will be live streaming, so there'll be a link in the description to the Twitch thing. And if you follow me on Twitter or like my Facebook page, I'll tell you exactly when everything's going to kick off because we're not 100% sure on times just yet. So now actually into the commentary. So if you haven't heard, Dead Rising 3 is coming to PC. That was announced, I think, yesterday by Capcom. And I'm excited for this because I was looking forward to getting an Xbox One and playing Dead Rising 3 on it and some other games on there such as Sunset Overdrive and Quantum Break. But yeah, I do like playing games on my PC primarily, and when there's an opportunity like this, because Dead Rising 3 I heard didn't run that well on the Xbox One, to have it on my own hardware that I've spent a lot of money on and know it's going to run very well on. But the thing that was different with this announcement, obviously, is because I think it was either in last year at E3 or like shortly after E3 or maybe a couple months down the track, they said that Dead Rising 3, this was a Capcom representative that said this, would not be a timed exclusive. Now, if you don't know what a timed exclusive is, it means it's only going to be on a certain console for a certain amount of time, and then it gets released on other consoles. So what happened with Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare? And they said it's not a timed exclusive. Dead Rising 3 is only coming out on the Xbox One and would not be coming to PC or PlayStation 4. So this poses a very interesting question. I mean, what changed? Did Capcom know from the start that it was eventually going to come to PC? Or was this something that happened recently? Did they just decide, oh no, we should probably port this so we can get some more money? Or maybe Microsoft had a contract with Capcom that stated that they weren't to mention the PC release until now? Or maybe it was an unlikely situation where the representative didn't actually know that it was coming out to PC, and he misspoke when he was saying that it's only coming out for the Xbox One. But I think that's, pretty doubtful, because if that was the case, Capcom would have tried to correct the message that this representative had said. So out of all these scenarios, I'm going to assume that Microsoft and Capcom knew that this was going to eventually come to PC, because it does take a while to port a game to PC if that was the case, or if it was built like that, they always knew it was the, a chance that it might happen. Now, if that is the case and Microsoft had something in a contract that said Capcom couldn't talk about a PC release, I don't think this is the right way to go about releasing games. I mean, obviously it's beneficial to Microsoft, but it's kind of being a dick to all the consumers. Because reading through comments on Reddit and other places were people who are primarily PC gamers like myself, and one of the reasons they said that they bought an Xbox One was for Dead Rising, and then they did have a good gaming rig, so it's kind of mean to those people when they, if they had the chance of getting this on PC, they would rather go and buy that on PC. And I don't think this is going to work very well for Microsoft at all, even though it will increase sales because they can, I suppose, trick people into thinking it's only on their system and then later it's released on PC or other systems. But these people are obviously going to hate Microsoft for this. I mean, if I had bought an Xbox One to play Dead Rising and just found out it was coming out on PC, I would be pretty mad because that was my only game that I really want on Xbox One at the moment. So if this is actually what has happened, I don't think this is going to benefit Microsoft as much as they probably hoped. It may increase sales in the short term, but in the long term it's going to do more harm than good, because if a customer feels like they've been lied to, I think it's going to result in them not wanting to buy any future exclusives of the Xbox because they're not going to be believed to be exclusive. I mean, for example, Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, what's to say any of these may not, just appear on PC in a year? I know they probably won't, but what's to say that they won't? Because, I mean, if we cannot trust what they're actually telling us, then why should we go and buy a console for their exclusives if we're not sure if they're ever going to appear anywhere else? So for example, I'm looking forward to Sunset Overdrive and Quantum Break on the Xbox One, as well as if they announce another Gears of War game at E3, I'd probably be looking forward to those. But if I knew I could get those games on PC, there's no reason for me to own an Xbox One anytime soon. And if I bought an Xbox One for these games and then found out later on they came out on a PC, it would make me quite angry because I know that they would play better on my PC than on the hardware of the Xbox One. So I want to know what you guys think about this, whether you think that this is, this is what's actually happened, Microsoft had this deal with Capcom, or you think it was just, a change of heart or whatnot, or whether you think that, Microsoft is obviously trying to get as many exclusives as they can, or pretend exclusives so people go and buy their system. So this will probably be my last video before E3, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do a long video after all the press conferences from E3 and talk about them and just give them a little bit of a breakdown, say what's announced, what were some big things, what's, something that went wrong or anything like that. And I'll have skip points in the description so you can skip over press conferences you don't want to hear about. So if you don't want to hear about me talk about EA, you can just click over and go to Ubisoft's one or whatever. and I'm thinking I may have separate videos as well for the bigger games that are announced or shown, such as probably Battlefront. And I was also thinking during the big press conferences, so Microsoft, Sony, Ubisoft and EA, I will be live tweeting and I'll just say what's being announced, what I think about it, all that kind of stuff. You guys can also ask me questions about what's being announced, anything like that. So I'll have my Twitter in the description so you guys can go follow me on that and we can interact while E3 is actually happening. Anyway, this brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, and if you want to join the GamerHood, just subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.